welcome back to YMGP, playing Call of Cthulhu Part 8. And let's just delve right into the next chapter. We're going to the bookstore, where we are hopefully gonna find some clues to what happened in the case of Sarah Hawkins. We were left in a bit of a cliffhanger last time, where we forced the creature back into the painting with that dagger, and got a hint from that mysterious mafioso-like girl that we should go and visit the bookstore where Francis got the knife. So that's what we're gonna do now. That's blood.
Where is the bookseller?
Yeah, where is he indeed?
Freud's The Interpretation of Dreams. It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
I actually read this book in real life. I believe you can find it as a free book on the App Store. Or at least you could. You can find a lot of English books. And I actually found this. So I've actually read it. It's quite confusing to read in real life. Yeah, well, enough of that. Yes. What do we have here?
Another volume of the Reverend's wife's diary.
Oh, that's volume 4. The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and with the worship of a strange pagan entity with monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to the voice in his head because it holds the truth. Very, very Lovecraftian. What do we have here? Darkwater history. Handwritten notes and stuff like that. Speaking of nightmares, all the way back to the 17th century. Seems like this place has been haunted for quite a while. Let's just check this room quickly. Now, what do you have these things for? Oh, more lamp oil. Let's bring up the lantern. That's a Neanderthal, I think. Holy Grail? Perhaps. And here? That's more modern stuff. You can always pause the video if you want to read this. Maybe we can find some more audio rolls to put on that. There has been a fight of some sort. Also, it seems.
What happened here?
Ooh. Let's reconstruct.
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Probably the window.
Blood. Seems like amateur work.
Okay. Then they've looked around the stuff. There's something here.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
If you have any ideas about who this person could be, you may guess. Because I think that we are bound to find out. Actually, it looks quite horrific if you look at it like this. Okay, did he go over here and look for stuff? He probably went here, yeah.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
Yeah, maybe he's hurt. Doesn't seem like there's any more this way. So we have to go in to the back of the store. Painting. Ooh. Let's start down here.
What killed all these animals?
What indeed. What a nasty place. That's cockroaches and rats.
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene? What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Ooh, the sign. Oh no.
What the? Charles Hawkins?
Yeah, I figured as much. Maybe she blocked it.
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Is this the Necronomicon? Oh,
Sarah Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
or maybe she did hide it from her husband.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
Okay. So we have a lot of stuff we could look at here. Okay, we're going to start with the books. Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection. How much medical do we actually have now? We're getting up to 3. Occultism is still 3. We have 2 available points. And we haven't really used that many. Spot hidden is really high. Let's go for the psychology. That's okay. We need 3 more points to get to the next level. But maybe that can help us when we are dealing with stuff. Okay. So nothing in here.
Is everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
If they have those dreams, I think so.
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old amulet?
The sign. This key bears the Elder Sign. It is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch, whose purpose is to push back the forces of the great old ones, were engraved in its center. Everything points to being Charles Hawkins that tore it from the last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. And press cuttings that mentions this misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of this artifact. Try and find it. We want that if we're going against him. Okay, so we can dial these. We can change the lock on these. Yeah, but I don't think we have any real... Is it 666? Would be very obvious. Let's try and see. No. You got any clues? In the journal, maybe? Clues. Clues. 2053. Can't be that. Can't really go into anything else. What about here? Ooh.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
That's good. A page seems to be hidden here. It is possible to read. If somebody finds 3 memoirs, there will be no doubt that I am in a serious trouble. My last and only hope is that my body and bones are still in the plane of reality in order that they may be recovered and buried. The funeral urn must be given to my dear mother if she's still in this world. The following message is the capital importance. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates accurate and sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. It lies within my safe, and the clue to the combination are to be found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combined in the Greek world. Each cylinder is numbered, even if, as celebrated author says, order is the pleasure of reason, but disorder is the delight of the imagination. Indeed, despite my preferences for organized chaos, I must admit the reason usually prevails in the end. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination to the safe, I would ask that they deliver the content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague Professor Artemich at Miskatonic University. Ooh. He's actually a character in some of the stories. Good little thing they put in here. Yeah, okay. So we need to find some work and open the safe. Need to find some cylinders, and they will probably have numbers, and we'll try and figure that out. Okay, so a lot of things here.
Arkham editions. Never heard of him.
And here we have a book from the Arkham Anthology. Okay, did it say
How many
anything?
volumes are there in this collection?
This is 9.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
Okay, this is 5.
Arkham Editions. Never heard of him.
13.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
11.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
1.
Arkham Editions.
2.
Never heard of him. How many volumes are there in this collection?
3. Okay, so there is these books.
Another volume by Arkham Editions.
And this is 12. So it can't be 12 or 11. And if it's in order of stuff, we probably are going to use these books to unlock the safe. But just quickly, let's check here. Yes, what do we have here? Would you read the book? Oh no. Let's do it.
What does this strange book contain? This book contains unholy knowledge.
Ooh. It's one of those bestiaries again. Does that mean our occultism just went up? Well, not that much. It's not that bad. What do we have here? Ooh.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Yes, let's do that. Let's get some more lamp oil. Let's listen.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay, so 9 is at least one of them. One of the numbers. And what do we have here?
Queen has little protection.
So she does.
The Queen has little protection.
Yeah. If it's not our move, it's bad.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
This goblet seems to be very ancient. Is there a number on it? Not really. We can't really do anything with it. Okay.
The Queen has little protection.
Yes, but could we grab that piece, put it in, and move it? Let's listen to these again, just to make sure that we know everything
And
that
these
it
red
is.
drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secrets. I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny. Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay. Well, I think we have the number 9. Should be one of them. But I don't know about the books. Maybe we can get some clues
So
on what
these
the
are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
Okay, so it could be.
What did Drake say about this collection?
9 and 5 can't be 12,
Drake talked about a particular volume.
can't be 13.
So these are the volumes that Drake was talking about in his message.
2, it could be 2,
What did Drake say about this collection?
and it could also be 1.
Drake talked about a particular volume.
Okay, so we have the number 9, 5, 1, 2, 3. So yeah, it's not that many things. Of course, they can be in any order. But if we set this to 1, and this to 2, and this to 9, is that the one? No. How about if we set this to 2 and this to 3? Okay. What the last? 5. Let's go for 5. Oh! I don't know how I did that. I seriously didn't solve that mystery at all. That was pure luck. You're good, detective. Good solving. Oh my god. That definitely looks like the Necronomicon. Do not read that, my friend. You do not want to read that. He saw you. Close the book. Don't walk into the light. And we are already back at the Riverside Institute again. Okay. The book covered in human skin lied inside. Irresistible attracted the detective. When he opened it, his mind was projected into another body. Okay. So, who are we gonna play as now? Is it Francis? Or is it someone else? I think that Sarah actually took that book from her husband and she hid it in there and put the protection scroll on it so he couldn't grab it. Maybe she started the whole thing, but she was trying to save the situation. I don't think she's evil as such. I don't know. That's just my idea. Because why would the protection mark be on the safe if she wanted him to get it?
Dr. Colden, this man's condition is deteriorating.
What says Dr. Fuller? It's his patient, after all.
He's busy with Captain Fitzroy. He specifically asked us not to bother him when that's the case.
Oh, of course. I'll see what I can do. Mr. Blake, can you hear me? I'm Dr. Colden. We'll take care of you.
There's nothing we can do. I tried talking to him. He's catatonic.
Very well. I'll examine him. "30-year-old subject. Severe hypothermia. Erythematous papules around the eyes and eardrums. Necrosed palpebral tissue. Lord, this smell. His skin shows abnormal loss of color and seems dried out. He's totally dehydrated. His fingertips and toes seem to feature a slight ring under the skin. Tender at the touch. Slightly sticky. Severe malnutrition. Swollen abdomen with traces of petechia. Doesn't seem like an edema. Slight protuberances seem to indicate the presence of a foreign body.
I was just about to
So,
say that.
Doctor, an opinion?
I'm not sure I have the necessary knowledge to treat this man.
Don't say that. You're our most worthy doctor after Dr. Fuller.
Some of his symptoms are beyond my comprehension.
What did you find?
Did you examine his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
He hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
We're
Did
going
you
to go
examine
for it.
his abdomen? It would seem there's something inside.
Or is this just the
He
same?
hasn't eaten in days. Are you certain it's not an edema?
No. Can't you recognize an edema? Pushing with your finger won't leave a trace. And look at these bumps.
It's not like he could be pregnant.
Whatever it is, this man has something inside him that shouldn't be there. We should operate on him at once.
Dr. Fuller said not to worry, that the edema would go away by itself.
You know, I'm not sure Dr. Fuller is telling the truth.
Clearly he's not. Okay, so let's take this.
In spite of the muscle contractions, his arms seem limp.
Yes. They can't have decalcified, not at this rate.
And yet, if there is a bone in this arm, it's softer than that of a newborn baby. What about his cranium?
It's soft at the touch. It does seem like the skull of a baby.
Look at these sticky rings growing at his fingertips. What can be happening?
I'm sure you'll find an explanation. You have to.
I see signs of hypodermoclysis, but he's still dehydrated. When was his last IV?
He's constantly under perfusion. I've even gone beyond the recommended dose to no avail. And you won't believe me, but when we bathed him earlier...
He seemed to feel better?
Yes. Like he needs an aquarium, not a perfusion. But that doesn't explain his condition.
I almost don't believe it myself, but these symptoms are not those usually associated with the human species.
What do you mean? Don't tell me you believe in extraterrestrials.
No. This poor man is from our world, all right. But his body is undergoing unnatural mutations. And this transformation is killing him. His body simply can't cope.
Where could he have gotten such an infection?
I pray that it's not here.
Dr. Colden, may I know what you're doing to my patient?
What I'm doing? How about what you've done to him?
Let us calm down, my dear Marie. I don't appreciate your tone, nor your insinuations. I've done to him what I do to all my patients. Provide him with the best available care.
Your imagination is without limit. It's your homemade drug again, is it not? Those people are not your guinea pigs.
There, there. What have you seen to put you in such a state?
I've seen suction cups on his fingers, his falling body temperature, his dehydration. Had I only read the report, you know what I would have concluded, Doctor.
Do I? Tell me anyway. I'm curious.
He's no longer human. These are the attributes of an animal.
Fascinating. An animal, you say? Could you be more precise? Cephalopod, perhaps?
This amuses you.
Your reaction does. I know your thirst for knowledge, Doctor. It's your innocent worries for this man that have you overreacting.
For this man, and the others whose medical files you've been hiding.
I have to protect my discovery. These people owe me their life, but the world isn't ready yet. It will be, in time.
I will not let you do this.
You disappoint me, Marie, but I still have hope you'll one day share my point of view. In the meantime, take care of your own patients and try not to forget who you're dealing with.
Was that a threat? What did he mean?
It was a warning. Dr. Fuller is this institution's founder and one of our profession's most influential voices. My word is of no weight against his. If I continue to protest, I will only ruin my reputation and career.
It's scandalous. Can't we do anything? Is there no evidence of his crimes?
Let's see. Hidden files approves. Maybe we can locate
that
the files.
evidence exists. I'm sure of it. I need to find the missing medical files.
And where would you find those? In his office? What if you get caught?
I'd rather not think about that. I'm counting on your discretion.
Of course, Doctor. You can count on me. I'll keep mum.
Okay. And this is where we leave this part 8 of Call of Cthulhu on YMGP. Come back next time and see if we can find those files and get the knife underneath Dr. Fuller and expose him to the world. Or will we perish trying? Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you next time.
Doctor, please. My chest. Oh.